That's part and parcel of the game.
It's part and parcel of the game.
I think it's part and parcel of the game.
Very much part and parcel of the game.
It's part and parcel of being a footballer, part and parcel of having a squad, part and parcel of being a player.
It's just part and parcel, really.
But it's part and parcel of the game.
That's part and parcel of it, isn't it?
Part and parcel of the job.
That's part and parcel of the job.
It's part and parcel of being a manager. It's definitely part and parcel of being a Premier League manager because...
Stay calm.
Can I just ask about what part and parcel?
That's part and parcel of your job.
No, it's part and parcel of football, to be honest with you.
Good afternoon, guys, and welcome to the part and parcel of football. In this episode, I want to try and get... I want to talk about the Gibbs-white situation. So in my first episode, the news had not long broken that Tottenham had triggered Nottingham Forest's 60 million release clause of Morgan Gibbs-white. Since that news had broke, there's been a bit of a revelation in that Tottenham may have well tapped up Morgan Gibbs-white. Now, in this day and age, I find that unbelievable that Tottenham have put themselves in this sort of situation, because now Forest have put in a complaint to the Premier League, which could well see Tottenham face a hefty fine. Obviously, Forest are looking at some legal action in regards to that, and Tottenham potentially could face some form of a transfer ban. I'm not saying this will happen, but I'm pretty sure it's happened in the past. So if it is true, then that could well be a possibility. What I don't understand is again how they've got themselves into that situation to do that, because it's not something that you can easily get away with. And there's the amount of times that teams have tapped up players, or they've contacted players without their parent teams knowing. It's very rare that it's that anyone gets away with it. So I find that quite naive of Tottenham to be doing that. I don't think they've ever done it before, and I know Daniel Levy, as much as people slate him for his running of Tottenham, he's normally quite a clever man, but for this, you've got to see it as a bit of an embarrassment for him, especially if he knows nothing about it, because I'm sure he'll give the funds, whether he has much to do with where the funds go in regards to the players. That I'm sure that's the sporting director's job. But it's a weird one for me to be hearing, and apparently, from what I can make out, is the reason why Tottenham knew the 60 million release clause was there was because he'd obviously they'd contacted the player. Forest got suspicious because it was the amount that was needed for the release clause to be triggered, and they've obviously done some digging. And Forest, we know in the past that they are. They don't let things lie, and we've seen that with the Palace situation in regards to the Europa League position, because I'm pretty sure Forest had written to UEFA prior to them getting kicked out because of that reason, the multi-club ownership. So Forest are quite savvy in that respect, and they're not one to be taken for mugs. But why would you, in this day and age, why would you even consider doing something like that? Because it's not only that, if you're going to get fined for it as well, how much can that impact your transfer funds and so on and so forth. But I wanted to give not so much an opinion, but a reaction to it. To be honest with you, I'm not a financial mogul, which as I said before, I'll be transparent with you in regards to the podcast and what I put out. I'm not a financial mogul. I react to what I hear, and normally the talk is about the performances on the pitch and stuff like that. But this one, it just when I heard about it, my instant reaction was, why on earth would you would you put yourselves in that position? Why on earth would you still consider, that way of going about a transfer? So it looks like the transfer is on hold indefinitely until legal proceedings have been done, or whether they can find proof in the potential tapping up. We don't know. But I thought I would just come on the podcast, give a reaction to it. But it'd be interesting to see how this one plays out now, because Forest will do what they can to stop Gibbs-white from going illegally, shall we say. He is a fantastic player, and Forest will not want a player like him to go easily, especially although if he has got this release clause, there's not much they can do about it. But so Tottenham, dodgy one for that one, but we shall see. We'll see how that goes. I'm sure something will happen in the next couple of weeks in regards to whether they get fined or the transfer does indeed go ahead. Thank you for listening, guys, and I'll catch you on the next episode.